Having been laid up in bed for the last week, I've been thinking a lot about progression, and I had my appointment on Tuesday and found out that I was stable. So, we get to live another, well, who knows, but for the next 3 months, then the clock restarts and the countdown restarts, and we wait to hear my oncologist say the words again. But the median age of survival, once a metastatic diagnosis is made, is 3 years, and I'm at 2.5. So it would be very naive of me to think that I'm going to live forever. And I say that in a realistic way because it's inevitable. It's not a negative way because I think negatively, it's what's going to happen. And I always find it's the people who have never stepped foot in a hospital with me, who have never stepped foot in this kind of situation, like walked a mile in my shoes kind of thing, who always say, oh, don't think that way. You'll be here for 40 years. Okay, well, that's just like tomfoolery, really. And it's hard for me because then I feel like I'm defending myself and, no, but the stats say, and they just don't want to hear it. And I've learned that that's their cross to bear, not mine, that I'm not going to convince somebody who is stuck on trying to convince me that I'm going to live to be 80. And saying all that, I've really been thinking about, so I've been laid up for the week, right? So in that time, unfortunately, you think. And when you have a terminal diagnosis, sometimes thinking isn't fun. Well, my whole life, I don't think I've relied much on thinking, but yeah, I've just been thinking a lot about, okay, when I hear the words, it has progressed, or it's in your liver or lungs, or in more of your bones, or, brain, like metastatic breast cancer likes to go where it goes. So when I hear those words, which will be, who knows, in the next bit, too soon, anyway, probably before I'm 35, how am I going to react? And obviously I'm going to be scared. It doesn't matter how much worrying I do, like Brene Brown says, it doesn't matter how much worrying you do. When the actual event happens, it's not like you're more prepared for it. So that's the way I keep thinking, is that no matter how much I worry about this, it's not like when I hear the words like it's in your lungs, I'm going to go, oh, thank gosh, I just spent the last 2 years freaking out about this because now I'm prepared. I'm never going to be ready to hear those words. So I've just been thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, maybe do a little reframing. So because I'm on day 72 of my 100 days of gratitude. And because I've been spending so much time being grateful, I've started thinking, maybe instead of spending my time so scared about what's going to happen, maybe start focusing on how amazing your life has been. And I mean, again, even thinking that way, and I've been thinking about that for a long time, even thinking that way hasn't made me go, oh yeah, I'll be fine then. When they say that I have a month to live, no problem. I'm obviously going to be devastated, and we're just going to be a sobbing mess. But I think this has kind of helped reframe my mind, which I wasn't really anticipating. When I started this project, I started this project because on March 11th is the day I was diagnosed, and I hate that day. That's why I started it. So I thought 100 days before 111, oh, I'm a little tired. Before March 11th, I'm going to lead up to it with gratitude, and then hopefully on that day I'm grateful. That seems to be working. But what I wasn't anticipating was the thought of hearing, your cancer's progressed, which I will hear, and, we're out of treatment options, which, every cancer patient who has died has probably heard that. I shouldn't say that because that's not necessarily true, but a lot of cancer patients who have died have heard there's nothing else we can do, which is my nightmare. But maybe by sending out this gratitude and seeing how lucky I am, I've started to realize that I've had such a good life, and I've had such a full life, and I grew up with two parents who just loved me unconditionally. It really wouldn't have mattered what I did, and that continues to this day. They just love me. And I can't have kids, and that's a hard one. But I got to marry Keith, And I've often said, and I mean this wholeheartedly, if somehow I could go back and change the course of my life, and some magical fairy came to me and said, I will stop you from having cancer. We will remove cancer right out of your vocabulary. But you have to give up Keith. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I'd keep the cancer. That's what I mean. I've just had such a good life. And it's going to be short. But the goodness that I've had in my life just outweighs how short it's going to be. We've got to see a lot of places and meet a lot of incredible people. Like, my best friends are like my heroes. Like, come on. People don't live like that. I've had a good education. Well, we've got to travel so much. And I really didn't think I was going to cry. That's not my point. I'd really appreciate stopping because it drives me nuts, actually, trying to communicate while I'm crying. But yeah, I don't know, this gratitude has just totally changed my frame of mind. It has. And as hard as it is, like a year ago, had somebody said, oh, do a daily gratitude video, I'd be like, okay, you don't understand what I'm going through. It's hard to be grateful every day. And then I think because it was my idea, like, I mean, I didn't invent the idea of 100 days of gratitude. Once I started doing it, I was like, oh, this is actually a thing. I can't take credit for being brilliant because 5 billion people have done it before me. But once I kind of started doing it myself, I started thinking, oh, like, I wish I would have done this a long time ago, because by showing gratitude, it's almost like, not that I've accepted death, because I never will, but, well, hopefully I will, but it's kind of been okay. I just really want to thank you guys for following along, because it's been a life changer, and we're not even done. Like, I still have 4 weeks left. Like, that's awesome. But yeah, it's just been an absolute life changer, and I really would suggest that you do it. You try it yourself. And it doesn't have to be a YouTube video. I've had friends come to me say, I've been watching your series there, and I've started doing a journal, like marking something down on a journal saying what I'm grateful for. Oh, that's cool. And I have another person who's reached out to me, and she's just like mentally before she goes to sleep says, something that she's grateful for. And there are no rules. It doesn't have to be something that happened that day. It doesn't have to be something that, you say out loud or tell anybody. It doesn't have to be something different every day. Maybe you're grateful for the same 3 things every day, for the same 1 thing every day. It doesn't matter. But it's a game changer. It totally is. My frame of mind is just changed. And I'm not a do-gooder. Like, don't give me too much credit here. I'm not like saving the world here. I'm just sharing gratitude. And then the other thing, I have to stop talking because I'm just going to do this all day. But the other thing that I've realized is that by sharing my gratitude with someone, oh my gosh, they're so grateful that I've shared my gratitude. Like, how bananas is that? Like, I'm saying, thank you so much for X, Y, and Z. It's impacted my life in these ways. And then they say, oh my gosh, like, you're amazing. No, not the point. I'm normal. You're amazing because of these things. Like, it's just such a wicked, what's the opposite of a vicious cycle? Like a positive square. I'm just kidding. Like you see what I'm saying? Like an awesome, just back and forth between, I think of the recycle. Sorry, my arms are so sore that holding up, I need a selfie stick. Holding up, no. I think of the recycle symbol, which like is an arrow up and then an arrow down, and like it's just a constant back and forth. And yeah, I just think of that by putting gratitude out there, you get gratitude back. Like, this has just been such an incredible experience and project, and I totally cannot express how important I think it is for others to do it. And even if you feel silly, don't ever show anybody Again, do it mentally. It's not even like you have to let anybody know. Just, you know, do it in your head, and you'll see the pattern that it makes. Like, I'm driving now and thinking about gratitude. Well, it didn't always happen. Sometimes I'd focus on how scared I was or symptom. Oh, that's a new feeling. Like, what's that feeling in my side? Is it my stomach? Oh, it's over, you know. And I still do that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that this is a fix-all. And please don't, please don't think that I think that this cures cancer. Oh, the one I got the other day was, you have cancer, drink dandelion root tea. Like, I'm sure that helps. Nothing against dandelions, whatever, but don't tell me it's going to cure my cancer. Oh my God, it's so offensive and dangerous. Okay, now I'm rambling. Gratitude's amazing. I totally suggest you do it. I really genuinely think that that's why we're here, is to see the gratitude, to be grateful for life. I think it impacts our life and our outcome. It impacts the way we treat others. And then by sharing your gratitude, the person receiving it gives you so much back. So, yay, gratitude. Thanks for watching. This was just a bonus video that, I don't know. I obviously have a lot of things in my noggin, and I thought maybe I should share some of them outside of my daily gratitude. Talk to you later today to do my gratitude video. Bye.